Rob?
Hello everyone, and welcome to Rob's Rogues and the Batman universe. And today we're taking a look at piece number 23 in the DC chess collection by Eaglemoss, or affectionately known as the Batman chess collection. This is Batwing, and Batwing would be my least favorite figure or character in the Batman universe. This is even not the current incarnation of Batwing anymore, as it is Joe Fox, Lucius Fox's son, as this is David Zim. I can't pronounce the last name. We'll see in the book here in just a second, but here is the figurine in package. He just happened to be on a table, and I was, trying to get as many of the chess pieces as I possibly could. So it is what it is, and it's a gray box or a silver box to denote the hero portion, or the white side of the board. So without too much further delay, we will pause the camera real quick, and we'll get Batwing out of his packaging. One moment. And here is Batwing out of his packaging. These are all hand-painted metallic resin. And out of all of the figurines that I have so far, he feels the most fragile. There is not a lot of weight to him. I don't know if it's just one of those that there's not a lot of extra sculpting. He just has these little wings here. But unlike Commissioner Gordon and Hush and even Batman, of having a cape or something else that's molded and on him, he's really light, and of course he's just a pawn, so there's not a large base here at the bottom. And I kept forgetting to show the bottom of some of these, but it's just a part number. It just says, in this case Batwing. Others would say Red Hood and Hush. But there is the Bat logo to denote the Batman side of the board. For anybody that likes the Batwing character, I'm going to apologize by saying this. I feel he's just kind of useless as a character. His book has been so-so. I've only read a couple issues that tied into like Court of the Owls. I think that's the only issue that I really have picked up of Batwing, other than reading him in Grant Morrison's Batman Incorporated. It's just not a character I'm eager to read, and I think this mask is just horrible on Batwing. The Joe Fox version looks a lot better. It's very Batman Beyond-ish. I get what they were trying to do, something different, but it was different enough that it just kind of put me off as a character. I would have very much rather had a Red Robin series rather than a Batwing series. Trying to get a little bit more out of Batman Incorporated, and I'm really cool with diversity. I just think the Batwing character is just a poor knockoff of the main man himself, but a decently done figurine. The blue in the eyes is supposed to be there. Supposed to be the iridescent, kind of like back there, and even the symbol, but it's not pulled off as well as I think it should have been. With having some of these metallic paints and things, they maybe could have done a metallic blue to make it stand out a little bit more rather than the sky blue. I mean, the face is okay, but I think this is really, to me personally, again, not to offend anybody if you like the Batwing character, I think he's a snoozer, a sleeper of a character, and the figurine is okay. It's basically just a silver bodysuit, nothing too special. I mean, I'm glad to have it. It's one less figurine I've got to try and track down somewhere, but overall, it's not. I'm really not impressed. It's probably my least favorite, and it's probably my least favorite because he's my least favorite Batman family character. I just don't know what it is about Batwing. I just really don't care for it, and even in the New 52, I only picked up, I think, one book just because it tied over in an ongoing Batman issue. So speaking of issue, we'll take a look at the magazine, and I really have only opened this one time, and that was to just flip through and see how far it went. Justin with his solo title, and in the new 52, so you can kind of see just a few things in here. I was on the .5 podcast for a little while, and having to read the Batwing comic was just, it was a chore to try and read. If you're not excited about a character or a book, it just makes reading a book or a character just a real chore to do. So I was glad to not have to read this book anymore. I'm kind of bashing the figurine. I mean, it's done nice. He's going to look really good with all my other figurines, and he's definitely going to be needed on my board. But if I was just going out and only picking up, and there you could see issue 24 is going to be Man-Bat. But if I was just picking up my favorite ones, this would not have been one I would have picked up at all. So if you like Batwing, your opinion might be completely different than mine. But again, it's probably a biased opinion coming from me, as the Batwing character, I think, probably sounded good on paper. But as far as being an executed figure in the comics, I think ODC That's Me, I think, is a fan of Batwing. So, hey, Anthony, maybe this is a figurine you might like if you haven't got any of these yet. But for me personally, I picked him up just because he was part of the package that was 70% off. So I thought, well, hey, I'm not going to spend the $16 or $17 to get him by himself. But if I can get him for a fraction of the full price, then I'm going to jump at the chance to do so. So today we've been taking a look at piece number 23 from the DC Chess Collection by Eaglemoss. This is Batwing, and I did not read, I apologize, his pawn status. As we'll do this here real quick. He's the white pawn David Zimbesby. I never knew how to pronounce that. Is one of the Dark Knight's newest allies, and at one time was a child soldier in the army of the vicious warlord, but now he directs his rage at criminals as Batwing. He is also one of the collection's latest white pawns. So that's the introduction. Apologize for not reading that the first time, as I was trying to do my outro, so we'll do it again. It's the Batwing piece number 23 in the DC Chess Collection. And as always, this is Rob for Rob's Rogues and the Batman Universe signing off, saying we will see you guys next time.